I appreciate you setting this up today.
Yeah. No, I'm excited to learn a little bit more about what you guys do. How much time do you have?
I got about 30 minutes.
Okay, perfect. We should be able to cover quite a bit. So usually works best. I'll just give you a quick overview of kind of what we're good at, and then it
Okay.
helps to know a little bit about you guys in terms of like what services you're offering and what you're doing, kind of what kind of outreach campaigns you're doing. Does that
Okay.
sound like a plan?
Sounds great.
Cool. Okay, so yeah, at Hello Outreach, what we're really good at is doing email outreach campaigns. That's the prospecting. We built a platform that prospects, and we also do kind of full service where we send the emails and handle all the responses. Traditionally, we've worked with businesses, and we help them in two ways. One doing sales and lead gen, and the other is doing influencer outreach. Those are more for B2C companies. Why I'm kind of excited to talk to you and other agencies is that we've had a couple agencies, marketing agencies, approach us and want to white label our services on behalf of their clients to run link building, content marketing, and sales and lead generation campaigns for their clients. And so, yeah, I'm just kind of curious. I'm going around talking to agencies, just trying to see what they do in terms of email outreach, if they offer it to their clients, is it built into maybe some SEO or some content that they're doing, and yeah, kind of just poke around and see if there's opportunity here.
Excellent. That sounds great.
So yeah, maybe if you can help clarify my view on what it is you guys do and if outreach is a part of that.
Sure. So we are a full service digital marketing agency. Really do everything in the digital space that a firm like ours would be known for. Um, where we've really built our name is in doing digital campaigns in the publishing space. We've done a lot of thought leadership projects at that time. We work with authors who have a title coming out or have previously had a book coming out, help them build an audience or engagement around that particular title. Usually working with us for anywhere from 4 months to 10 months. And then we have a few clients who build a business based on that and then are kind of lifetime clients of ours. Outside of that, I would say it's probably about 45% of our business. Another 45% is in the tourism and placemaking space, where we do a lot of website design and development, mobile app design and dev. And then finally, we have another 10% that's just sort of random projects that don't really fit within one of those, but it's stuff like working with the NFL products department and then other organizations that have a need for the services that we do that don't really fit into one of the two verticals that we're in.
Gotcha. So, excuse me, I can't drink my water.
Right.
So, are you guys? I'm looking at your services page. Are you guys doing any sort of SEO stuff for people?
We do, yes, absolutely. That's becoming more and more a part of the service that we provide.
So, is there any sort of link building involved with that or influencer outreach?
Influencer is a huge part of it. We don't necessarily do a lot of link building, but we are always trying to at least get our content placed on third-party sites so that we can build some organic links that way.
Gotcha. And do you offer any sort of kind of like sales or lead gen services to your clients where you're reaching out to people on their behalf, doing lead gen type things?
Not necessarily because we don't have a lot of clients that have a direct sale product, so that we don't do too much of.
Gotcha. Okay. What about for social, like lookalike audiences or retargeting? Are you guys involved with any of that?
We do a lot of social media advertising, so we're always looking to create those audiences.
Gotcha. Cool. Okay, I think I kind of have an idea, what you guys are offering. I guess it'll help me to explain kind of how we work with agencies, and it'll just see if it rings, any bells for you. We traditionally how agencies work with us is an on-demand type relationship where they come into our platform and if they want an audience built like a list of prospects, they come into our platform and they just kind of tell us exactly who they want to go after. So let's say for like a link building campaign or something, you have a sports clothing client. We have people come in and they'll say, hey, I want to reach out to all sports bloggers that have a domain name or domain authority of 80, and they give us all their criteria. And what we do on the back end is we go out and we actually use our prospecting engine to go find these people, find their email address, find their contact information, and all their social handles. And what they do, the agencies, they'll actually run the outreach on their behalf. So we do that. We kind of have like a ticketing request-based system where people put in like their ideal personas that they want to go after, and we kind of do all the dirty work to go and find them.
Got it.
Do you? Do you have? If I share my screen with you, will you be able to see it?
Yeah, I got it right here right now.
Cool. It really helps to kind of understand if I.
Yeah, no, I prefer that.
Okay, tell me what you see.
It's loading, and I'm now looking at the audience tab.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, so like I said, we work with people in two ways. We do the on-demand audiences, which is what I'll show you first, and then we also do full service type stuff. I'll show you that second. So what agencies will see, they'll come in here, and when they want to create a new audience, they'll just click this, and they'll say, okay, what's it for? Is it influencer type? Like I said, they fall in these two buckets, leads, lead gen, or influencer. And they basically come over here and they'll just tell us exactly who they want to go after. They tell us about the companies, what industry they're in, technologies, what excludes them, some examples, location, the personas they want to go after, some other options, and they just send us the request. So on the back end, we fulfill that using our platform, our scrapers, our data sources, and what that looks like to the user is a full built audience like this. So what you're getting is basically a list of people with all data associated with them. So we're pulling in social handles, stuff about the company, a lot of SEO metrics, rankings, employee count, things like that. And, you know, kind of what's unique about how we operate is we allow people to go through and comment and decline. So we usually build a sample audience for people and say, okay, here we found 20 or 30 for your request. How do they look? Our clients go through, they decline them. They let us know like which ones are good, which ones are bad, and we kind of refine the audience in that way. Most requests involve some sort of communication. You know, we're commenting. People say, you know, I want, these are the requirements. We're usually commenting and asking questions about how to clarify. So there's quite a bit of communication involved. And the end result is you can download this audience as a CSV and use it in whatever outreach campaign you want to run. Does that make sense? Do you have any questions about that so far?
Oh, good there.
Cool. So the other half of so that's on-demand audiences. The other half is kind of our full service offering, and this is kind of traditionally what we've done when we're working directly with businesses. And just to give you an idea, when we do a full service option doing sales and lead gen for a company, it runs usually around $2,000 a month. That's when we're handling everything, the prospecting, the strategy, sending the emails. Basically, our clients just get positive responses coming to their email address or opportunities. And so we manage these type of campaigns solely inside of our campaign functionality, where we describe what we're doing, we say what we're going after, the targeting. Every campaign runs through a certain number of steps. We have insights about each campaign that we're doing. Performance, if you've ever seen, you know, dripped email software, this looks pretty similar to like how many people we reached out to, who's responding, that type of stuff. Again, we're
all my outbound communication is going through your portal. I'm not going in here and reporting based on what's happening in my own email.
No. So when we work with people in this full service capacity, they create us a new email address that would be very similar to whoever, if it was you that was responding.
Like RussellAtDigitalNativeGroup.com.
Well, we usually when we run campaigns, we want it to come from somebody at the organization.
Right.
So, and they just share an email address with us, and we work with that email address, and then we forward positive responses to whoever the relevant team members are. So, we have clients that want to be super involved in the process and the strategy, and they're working with us on copy and that type of stuff. We have clients that just say, "Here's the general idea." We describe what we want to do, and they say, "Go for it." And they value their time a lot, so they just want the responses coming in. So those are the two capacities that we work with people. And like I said, we've had some agencies express interest in the full service on behalf of their clients. It does all that, everything I went over kind of all fit together? Makes sense on. Very cool. So I guess I'll explain a little like what I actually think our secret sauce is and what makes us different. When we build audiences, we aren't just scraping categories and industries and company size. We're looking for something that we call signals. A signal online. A signal is some sort of indicator that a prospect has taken that would qualify them as a great lead. So a great signal that we use all the time is job postings. We scrape tons of job posting boards. So if you're a social media marketing agency and there is a job posting for a social media manager that pops up, that's going to be a great lead for that agency because that company's taken some sort of initiative. They're willing to spend money. When we build audiences for sales and lead gen, we're kind of going that extra step to get that context. So that's job postings are a very, very good signal that we're usually taking a look at. I'll give you another example here. We worked with a e-commerce development agency in the past, and they specialized in Magento. So what we did is we went out and found all Magento websites. We scraped them. We found the ones that were actually broken on mobile. They were missing some responsive meta tags. We put them in a cohort, created a campaign around them, and our copy at that point, because we'd done this extra work and developed a signal, we reached out to them saying, hey, we ran across your site. It doesn't look that great on mobile. Here's a little piece of code to actually fix it, like a responsive meta tag in the header of the HTML. And by the way, we're an e-commerce development agency. We'd love to give you a free audit. That campaign did really well for them. And so, like I said, we've got this platform or this prospecting engine that we've built. It's super powerful, and we're just kind of looking, the reason we're reaching out to agencies, we're looking to get it in the hands of really smart people that understand marketing and kind of let their imagination run wild with who it is that they would ideally love to reach out to. And so, yeah, we've had some pretty promising conversations with some agencies. So I'm kind of just curious to get your thoughts on everything I've showed you so far.
It seems great. And I'll say, the lead gen, I don't necessarily know if that's a thing that would work for our clients so much as perhaps for us internally as an agency, it might be valuable. Mm-hmm. But I know what caught my eye when I was looking at your platform from the outreach you gave me was the potential to use this for influence.
Yeah.
That's what we do a lot. So, I guess I'm assuming it would pretty much run the same way as a lead gen campaign, just obviously we're changing our metrics here, but is there anything else that you would show me or make sure I was getting as a message point in terms of wanting to use this for an influencer campaign instead of doing lead gen?
Well, I guess I would ask, okay, so, thinking about the influencer use case, what's your process right now? How are you guys doing influencer outreach? Is it a manual process? Do you have interns tracking down this data? Do you guys have
right now it's all driven internally by when we have time to do research and seeing what we can find out available out there.
Gotcha. And
what engagement is or what their audience is like. It's all native. It's all native.
Gotcha. And do you have some sort of drip email software you're using, or are you just kind of sending from Gmail?
We're sending it from our company, from our Gmail account.
Okay, so there's no sort of automated templated outreach system that you guys have. Okay, gotcha. Well, let me ask you this. Say you guys have an idea of who you want to reach out to, and I could find, those perfect leads for you, or the influencers, get all the information you need for them. Do you guys have the time and infrastructure to actually run the campaigns, or are you interested in trying to do kind of how I explained the full service, where we're setting up the campaigns and running them for you?
I think probably right now we have the capacity to do it ourselves.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, and I tell people, that's kind of a great way to get started with us, is just put in some simple requests. We charge, when we do on demand, it's $1 a lead, And like I said, I think one thing that sets us apart from a lot of other companies too is we don't make clients pay for leads that they don't want. So if we come back with 100 prospects for you and like, here's all the influencers we found, and you say, okay, well, these 6 actually, for whatever edge case, aren't going to work that well. We actually only charge you for the ones you approved. So it's kind of foolproof in that, like, you can put in requests and try us out, and if you don't like it, you don't really end up paying for it just by the nature of how we operate. One thing we've been actually handing out to agencies to kind of get them in the system and see if they want to start using it is 30 free prospects. So if you have an idea for an influencer audience you want to build, I'll create you an account. You can come in the system and you can tell me via email or use the system, whatever's easier for you. You can just tell me what your ideal audience looks like, and we can get it done for you. We'll give you the first 30 for free. So it sounds to me like the on-demand audience building is a solution that might work well for you guys.
Yeah, I think that would if we were to look at a way of potentially using this first, would probably be an
Gotcha. Do you have is there something that comes to mind, like an example or a campaign that a client?
From the influencer building area of it, it's a big thing for us is we work with the NFL and we put together a blogger council every year. So for us, we have a lot of trouble going out and saying, who are the individuals that are going to be a part of this? How can we find them? How can we get in touch with them? Having a tool that could help us do that would have been great.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I mean, that's one of our kind of pitches to people is like, none of this is impossible to do, but at $1 a lead, we're hoping, if you spend $100 on, an audience, we just saved you hours and hours and hours of time from doing it yourself. And so, yeah, there's a huge time save. And obviously the attractive part for us, for marketing agencies, is if we've got one agency that's using us pretty heavily, and once they, start using us for a lot of their clients, it's beneficial to us because working with the end user, there's a lot more back and forth. If I could use my platform to solely support marketing agencies, I think I would prefer to be in that position a lot more. So yeah.
So when you say that we pay on a per lead basis, is there a flat fee to run a search, and then there's an additional dynamic element based on how many we go with, or?
Nope. It's just you put in a request, you tell us how many you hope to get back. I don't have the option. You can say I want 50, 100, up to 500. And no, there's no flat fee. It's just if you say you want 100 and we come back with 100 and you approve them and you say they look good, then we charge you $100 once we complete the audience.
Got it.
So yeah, it's a truly on-demand kind of concierge service with hopefully the way we've set it up, it's very little risk. It's like I said, we'll give you 30 to start off with, and you don't have to pay for anything that you don't want.
Right.
And as long it's kind of I don't think there's a lot of data or lead gen companies out there that operate like that, and nobody's really taken advantage of that offer yet or manipulated it. So as long as we can kind of keep operating in that way, we want to do that.
Got it.
So yeah, I think the aha moment I see with people when trying to explain our platform, what we do, is just when we just give them example after example after example of what we've done in the past. Like I said, we've got tons of custom scrapers we've built. We're scraping Yelp, we're scraping job boards, we're scraping all sorts of different things. And when we do full service, we're doing that thinking for people. We're doing the strategy. We know the cool things that we can do that other people can't. And so there's definitely a little bit of a learning curve, like I would say, when using our platform in terms of what you can request. Like I would say, exercise, just kind of give us things you think are impossible, and we can work with you to actually turn them into something we can do. And we've actually integrated a service called Amazon Mechanical Turk. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Called what?
Amazon Mechanical Turk.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. So yeah, if we can't do anything with scrapers or our data sources, we actually can create little micro task network of people that can go out and collect information and do very manual stuff that normally you couldn't do with like scrapers and code. So yeah, it's pretty powerful. We can do quite a few different things. So I guess, if you're interested in giving it a go, I can create you an account. I can send you some examples of what we've done in the past, campaign examples, and then you can feel free to just email me some ideas you have, and I can help validate them for you. And yeah, we can kind of go from there and see if this is something you guys would want to use or want to work into your process.
Sure, I'd love to at least be able to check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Like I said, I can send you all that stuff. Is there any other, you mentioned the NFL and reaching out to kind of sports bloggers. Is there any other clients that come to mind?
Within the health space, we're always looking for mommy bloggers. So that's always a potential as well.
You say mommy bloggers? Yeah, actually, this is almost 2 years ago, before Hello Outreach, but actually did mommy blogger outreach campaigns. We scraped. I mean, there's so many mommy bloggers out there. But yeah, we did this almost exact same process that I'm describing. It was just a lot more manual back in the day. But yeah, we've definitely done mommy blogger stuff before, so that would be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be great to see some sample for both of those. Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. So I guess let me ask you, how many clients are you guys managing at a time? How big are you guys?
About 20 to 30.
Gotcha. And they're all doing. And are they all doing different services, or are they across the board, a little bit of each channel?
It's a little bit of each for everybody.
Gotcha. Very cool. Okay. Well, I can send you all the stuff. Like I said, I can send you examples. I can get you set up with an account. And yeah, would it be easier for you to email me ideas for if you want to do the 30 free prospects, or would it be easier for you to use the platform to try and fill it out?
I would like to try and fill it out. Yeah, see if I can work it.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's easier for us because it gets in our system. But just trying to make it easy for you guys. So yeah, go ahead. Like I said, if you're still looking at my screen, just go through here, choose influencer, and let us know as much information as you can, and we will, get it done. I guess one thing else I'll show you is we've built a lot of agency features in recently. There's an agency overview here where you can see like what needs attention, what's being built, what's requested. So if you're managing multiple clients at a time, it all stays the same. You can see right here, you can actually select an account that it's for, which is pretty important for agencies functionality. Yeah. Is there anything else I can help? Anything else I can help explain? You got any other questions about how we operate?
No, I don't have any other questions today, but that was great. I look forward to playing around and we'll see what we can maybe do together.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Cool. I'll send you all those resources. I'll set you up with an account, and maybe if I don't hear back from you, I don't see a request, is it all right to follow up maybe mid to late next week?
Yeah, I would say late next week.
Okay, perfect. I will do that.
That sounds great. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Yep. Bye.
All right, take care. It's a pleasure chatting with you, Russell.